What does it mean to live from your comfort zone to being in your growth zone? What does it mean to stretch yourself in your everyday life? And my question to you is, are you doing that? Are you doing that regularly? So today I'm going to give you some baby steps, some little, really benign, unpainful ways of starting to live more within your growth zone. My name is Kendra Ward, and I am a licensed acupuncturist and transformational coach for women, helping women feel more inspired, courageous, and confident in their everyday lives. So, the thing that's oftentimes keeping us from going from this very small, reptilian-brained place of being in our comfort zone is fear. Fear of being uncomfortable, fear of pain or suffering. Oftentimes it relates to some kind of fear that we developed as a young child. So the really most base level fears of not being loved, or fear of annihilation, fear of death, fear of those really big things. And oftentimes we don't even realize how much those types of fears are dictating our lives. So when we're thinking about what fear really does to us, I love this quote from Elizabeth Gilbert's book, Big Magic. She says, "We all know that fear is a desolate boneyard where our dreams go to desiccate in the hot sun." Well, if that doesn't really sum it up, I don't know what does. Thinking about our dreams just withering away in that boneyard of fear. I love that. So really good to get our fears out in the open. What is your biggest fear? Calling that out, exposing it, taking away its power by bringing it out into the light. Really getting curious about what is holding you back. So I feel like there's some really small, simple steps that we can use to start to live more within our growth zone. And I'll give you two main categories. One is finding some light ways of challenging your sense of physical discomfort or stretch. And the second one is challenging the ways that you're thinking about yourself or the labels that you put upon yourself. So with the first one of the easiest ways that I find to do a little bit of physical stretch is ending the last 30 seconds of your shower every day on cold. So I know to some people that may feel a little barbaric potentially. I started this practice a long time ago because of the idea within Nature Cure, within the roots of naturopathy, that when we use hydrotherapy or hot and cold therapy, it's really great for our immune system, amongst other things. So there's research now that supports how beneficial it is when we end the hot on even 30 seconds of cold. So for some people who have a really tendency towards cold in their body, this may feel really kind of like, no way, Jose, I do not want to be cold. But I would encourage you, working with your breath and with a sense of bravery, that you can do 30 seconds of ending your shower on cold. And if it's helpful, just start with just a slight temperature variation so that your body can get used to it. So that's one idea, stretching your level of comfort in the body, maybe keeping your house a couple degrees colder, or sleeping without socks on. Another way that I challenge myself physically is to run hills. So I'm a trail runner, and I can't really put into words why I've always been attracted to challenging myself by running, doing the ups and downs. Like, life is not just flat all the time. It's got ups and downs, and finding ways to work with those ups and downs is really helpful. So the second way of stretching yourself is by working with the labels or the ways in which you think you are. So for example, most of us, I don't know if this starts in high school, we work with these labels of the nerds and the cool kids, and what is your label for yourself? How often do you allow yourself to try on a different way of being? Do you ever allow yourself to go from scientist to artist, or, just really experimenting with what kind of label you place on yourself. So my motto for 2018 has been unstoppable creativity. It always used to be that I considered my brother the artist of the family. He still is. But what does it mean when I try on that label for myself in a way that I really have never allowed myself to experience before? So I encourage you, what kind of boundary breaking new label or role could you try on for size for a little while and see how that feels? I guarantee that it actually, when you get out into the growth zone a little bit more, it's a lot less uncomfortable than you might have thought. So I hope that you are able to try this on for size a little bit this week and see how it goes, stretching yourself in small ways. And here is to your brilliant unfolding. Until next time.